Deep within the frozen tundras and glaciers lies a world of strange and wondrous discoveries, waiting to be unearthed. As the ice yields its secrets, scientists are stumbling upon a bizarre array of artifacts, creatures, and phenomena that defy explanation. From woolly mammoths to World War soldiers trapped in the ice of time, the discoveries found in ice are a window into a world we never knew existed. Come with us to uncover the 15 strangest discoveries found in ice. Number 15. Remains of a military transport aircraft. While it is not surprising to find the remains of aircraft anywhere due to a crash, this particular one held an answer to a 6-decade question. The story of this discovery dates back to November 1952, when a military plane carrying 52 soldiers met with a tragic fate, crashing into the towering Chugach Mountains of Alaska. The snow-covered peaks of Mount Gannett became the resting place for the aircraft, buried deep beneath the icy blanket, leaving no trace for rescuers to claim what's left of the crash. Soon, days turned into months and months into years, and just like that, the wreckage lay forgotten in the icy embrace of the mountains. However, when everyone least expected, in a twist of fate, the dead story was brought back to life in the summer of 2012. During a routine training mission, the Alaska Army National Guard stumbled upon the plane's survival raft, resting quietly on Colony Glacier, miles away from the crash site. This unexpected discovery sparked a renewed interest in the long-lost wreckage, leading to a dedicated investigation, which in turn led to the remarkable rediscovery of the crash site, hidden for 60 years beneath layers of ice and snow. Eventually, the ice produced answers to long-asked questions about the lost military aircraft, offering closure to a chapter of history frozen in time. Number 14. 10,000-foot mountain range. Imagine a mountain that's 10,000 feet high, not seen on the surface. Makes you wonder how deep the Earth is, right? But that's not even the mystery of this mountain. Named Gamburtsev Mountain Range, after the Soviet geophysicist Grigory Gamburtsev, who discovered it. This mountain is believed to be the same size as the Alps, but it has remained unseen for too long due to the 15,750 feet of ice covering it. And while trapped under the frozen landscape for too many years, scientists kept making efforts to explore this natural wonder that has sparked debates between different groups. But unfortunately, exploring this mountain is no easy feat, with temperatures plunging to bone-chilling lows and treacherous crevasses lurking beneath the surface. However, the scientific explorers took the bulls by the horns and worked in harsh conditions to collect the data and detailed images of this major mountain range under the East Antarctic ice sheet using the help of advanced tools. Once the results were out, the details showed conflicting evidence about the age of the mountain because nearby rocks suggest they are quite ancient, but their steep, rugged shapes, which resemble the Alps, are significant of young mountains. To uncover the secrets of these mysterious mountains, scientists used special planes to scan the Gamburtsev Mountains. These planes were packed with high-tech tools like radars that could see through ice, lasers, and instruments to measure magnetic fields and gravity. They flew a whopping 74,500 miles, which is like circling the Earth 3 times, and there they found the secret to why the mountain had remained young. First off, the magnetic patterns under the mountains matched those of really old rocks, about 1 billion years old, confirming that they are indeed ancient. And secondly, streams of water were found flowing between the rocks, retaining its youthful looks. Now, you know why they say water makes your skin look good. Number 13. Yuka the Mammoth. Ever wondered what it would be like to meet a real-life mammoth? Well, today, we're taking a trip back in time to introduce you to one of the most incredible frozen discoveries ever made. Say hello to Yuka the Mammoth. In case you have been made to believe that mammoths only exist in cartoons, trash that belief, as Yuka wasn't a movie character. Yuka was said to have roamed the Earth thousands of years ago, but still, many people didn't believe the story until this incredible discovery in 2010. In a province near the Laptov Sea of Siberia, a mummified mummified giant corpse of a mammoth was unearthed by the local people of Yuka, and it is believed to be Yuka who died about 39,000 years ago. Weighing about 5,000 kilograms, she was said to have died while she was between 6 to 11 years old. The mammoth takes her name Yuka from its place of discovery Yuka, which is also a common name for girls in Japan, and thanks to the freezing temperatures, much of her body was intact. Scientists were able to study her fur, her skin, and even the contents of her stomach to learn more about her life and the world she lived in. However, the exact cause of death is still a mystery, but given the circumstances of her discovery, frozen and well preserved in the Siberian permafrost, it's believed that she likely died from sudden exposure to extreme cold, perhaps after falling through ice or being caught in a blizzard. Before you go about stating this as a fact, it is important to note that this is just a theory based on the conditions of her preservation, and that scientists are still studying her remains to uncover more details about her life and death. Number 12. A Martian meteorite. Just like finding a lost alien pet in your freezer, a rock from the red planet was found in the coldest place on Earth. This discovery was made in 1984 when a team of scientists, led by the intrepid explorer Dr. Roberta Score, went on a mission to uncover secrets hidden beneath the Antarctic ice. Little did they know, they were about to make a discovery that would change our understanding of Mars. As they were trekking through the vast, white landscape, one of the team members spotted something unusual sticking out of the ice. It looked like an ordinary rock, but as they got closer, they realized it was something extraordinary. This wasn't just any rock, it was a piece of another planet, a Martian meteorite, now known as Allen Hills 84001. The meteorite weighs just over 1.8 kilograms and is estimated to have formed from molten rock over 4 billion years ago. It's not just this Martian meteorite is like a time capsule from Mars. Scientists were amazed to find tiny, microscopic structures within the rock that look surprisingly similar to bacteria on Earth. Could this be evidence of ancient life on Mars? The possibility sent shockwaves through the scientific community and captured the imagination of people worldwide. However, this claim was enormously controversial among the science community and was ultimately rejected due to lack of substantial evidence. Discovering the Allen Hills meteorite was a groundbreaking moment in our exploration of the universe. It sparked countless questions and fueled our desire to learn more about our neighboring planet. While we still have many mysteries to unravel, this little rock from Mars has brought us one step closer to understanding our place in the cosmos. Number 11. Sacrificed Incan children. One of the creepiest discoveries made in a frozen landscape is these eerily presented mummies found on March 16, 1999. The significance of these mummies is not in their state, but in the mode that they were found. Known as the 3 Inca child mummies, or the children of Lulelaco, these bodies were named based on the discovery location, the summit of Lulelaco, a 22,110 feet stratovolcano on the Argentina-Chile border. According to researchers, the children were believed to have been sacrificed in an Inca religious ritual that took place around the year 1500. During this ritual, the 3 children were drugged with cocoa and alcohol. Afterward, they were placed inside a small chamber 5 feet beneath the ground, where they were left to die. Archaeologists referred to them as the best preserved mummies in the entire world because of the state of the body. One is the body of a teenage girl, referred to as La Doncella, which translates to the maiden in English, which also doubles as the oldest of the 3 mummies, while the other 2 are children believed to be around 6 and 7 years old. This sacrifice, which may be considered terrible to many of us, was actually something of honor and significance to the people of the time. It was done to ensure a rich harvest during the farming season, with the children dressed in their finest clothes, with gold and silver adornments. It's almost like they were prepared for a grand celebration, rather than a tragic end, showcasing the deep connection of the Inca people to the natural world. They believed that mountains were sacred and that the highest peaks were the closest to the gods. By sacrificing children on these mountains, they hoped to appease the gods and ensure the well-being of their empire. In June 2001, Argentina's National Commission of Museums, Monuments, and Historic Places declared the children of Lulelaco to be the National Historic Property of Argentina, and since 2007, the mummies have been on exhibition in the Museum of High Altitude Archaeology in the Argentine city of Salta. Number 10. World War I soldiers. High up in the Alps, where the air is thin and the snow is eternal, a chilling story unfolded. It is a tale that shows the courage and sacrifice of past heroes, together with the enduring power of ice. During World War I, the Allies clashed with the Austro-Hungarian Empire amidst the harsh, snowy peaks of the Alps, leaving behind ruins from the unforgettable scene. As years passed by, the remains of the era were buried in the ice, and as time went by, the melting ice unveiled the long-lost artifacts, one after the other, including military equipment, personal belongings, and even letters. However, that's not all that was revealed. In recent times, the mummified bodies of soldiers killed during World War I are being unearthed as glaciers melt around the small Italian ski resort of Peo. Specifically, in September 2023, two blue-eyed soldiers with bullet holes in their heads were discovered in the ice near the village that witnessed the heavy fighting between Austro-Hungarian troops and the Italian army during the then White War. For both sides, the biggest enemy was the weather, which reportedly killed more men than the fighting. At those altitudes, the temperature often falls to minus 30 degrees Celsius, which is definitely not a temperature anyone should endure. Number 9. Giant egg in Antarctica. This incredible discovery took place on Seymour Island in 2011, a frozen outpost off the coast of Antarctica. A team of Chilean researchers was on a mission to uncover the secrets of this icy continent when they stumbled upon a giant egg. We're talking about an egg over 11 inches long and 7 inches wide. In case you don't know, it's bigger than the size of a football. And the weirdest part? It's soft-shelled, like the egg of a snake or a lizard. Now, you might be wondering, what kind of creature could lay such a giant, soft-shelled egg? Well, scientists think it might have belonged to a mosasaur, a giant marine reptile that ruled the oceans millions of years ago. Picture this, a massive, toothy creature slithering onto a beach, laying a football-sized egg, and then sliding back into the water. Sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, right? But that's what scientists believe happened. While only assumptions were made, the egg was taken back to the National Museum of Natural History, Santiago, and is now part of its collections. For almost a decade, it sat in the museum's collections without being labeled or studied until analysis determined that it was a giant soft-shell egg from 66 million years ago. It now holds the titles of the largest soft-shell egg ever discovered and the second largest egg belonging to any known animal, behind the extinct elephant bird. Number 8. An Iron Age Tunic. In 2011, the rapidly melting snow on the Lenbreen Glacier in Norway revealed an incredible find, a well-preserved tunic from the Iron Age. This ancient garment, dating between 230 and 390 AD, offers a fascinating glimpse into the past. It was discovered by archaeologists amidst the receding ice patches, a consequence of our changing climate. This tunic, analyzed by Marianne Vetteler from the University of Oslo, is one of only a handful from this period. Made from lamb's wool or adult sheep's wool, it shows signs of hard wear and even has 2 patches, indicating it was well loved and frequently used. Imagine the stories this piece of clothing could tell. Dr. Vetteler describes the tunic as a simple, warm garment, perfect for hunters chasing reindeer across the icy Scandinavian landscape. With no buttons or fastenings, it was designed to be pulled over the head like a sweater, with the patches suggesting that the hunter who abandoned it wasn't its first owner. Talk about vintage fashion. But that's not all. Alongside the tunic, archaeologists found Neolithic arrows and bow fragments dating back around 6,000 years. These ancient tools, discovered by Martin Callanan from the Norwegian University of Science and Technology, added another layer of intrigue to the story, shining light into our dark, frozen past. Number 7. A hidden ecosystem in a subsurface river. Researchers made a jaw-dropping discovery beneath the Larsen Ice Shelf, a massive floating sheet of ice on the eastern coast of the Antarctic Peninsula. This ice shelf is famous for birthing the world's largest iceberg in 2021. But this time, the excitement wasn't about icebergs. It was about a hidden ecosystem found 1,600 feet below the surface. It all started when lead researcher Hugh Horgan, a glaciologist at Te Waka, Victoria University of Wellington, spotted a peculiar groove in a satellite photo back in 2020, which hinted at an underground river. Fast forward to 2022, and the team, using a powerful hot water hose, drilled down 1,640 feet to reach the mysterious chamber. When they sent a camera down the icy tunnel, they were greeted by a swarm of tiny, shrimp-like creatures known as amphipods. Initially, the team thought their equipment was faulty due to the blurry feed, but after refocusing, they realized their camera was surrounded by these fascinating crustaceans. These swarming amphipods indicated a thriving ecosystem far below the icy surface, a place scientists never expected to find life. Experts have long suspected the existence of a vast network of rivers, lakes, and estuaries beneath Antarctica, but these features were poorly studied. The discovery of this hidden ecosystem is groundbreaking, giving us a glimpse into an unknown world. Also, it reminds us how much we still have to learn about our planet, especially the icy frontiers, as each discovery brings us closer to understanding the complex and hidden ecosystems that thrive in the most unexpected places. Number 6. Bloody-looking water. Over 110 years ago, in 1911, geoscientist Griffith Taylor made a jaw-dropping discovery during an expedition to Antarctica. He stumbled upon a waterfall that could be mistaken for a bloodfall due to its color. This bizarre phenomenon has puzzled scientists ever since its discovery. However, in 2017, a research team using ground-penetrating radar made a near breakthrough when they found a buried saltwater reservoir, feeding the waterfall through a network of fissures and tunnels in the ice. The high salt concentration and pressure at the glacier's base keep the water flowing despite the freezing temperatures. But that still didn't explain the sudden, creepy color change, right? For decades, scientists proposed various theories. Some thought it was due to iron-rich minerals, like magnetite or hematite, weathering and coloring the water. Others speculated it might be a mass of red ice algae. However, none of these theories fully explained the mystery. Later, the real breakthrough came from a team led by the University of Alaska Fairbanks and Colorado College. They used a transmission electron microscope, TM, to analyze water and soil samples from the bloodfalls, allowing scientists to see the tiniest details. What they found were tiny spheres, just a few nanometers in diameter, floating in the water. These nanospheres, composed of iron, silica, calcium, aluminum, sodium, and other elements, are what give the water its blood-red color. Previous studies missed them because they're so small and lack a crystalline structure, making them invisible to standard analytical methods. Thanks to technology, we now know that the iron-rich nanospheres oxidize when they come into contact with air, creating that eerie, blood-red hue. Before we unearth more fascinating discoveries, here's our subscriber's pick. Long before the advancement of technology, a group of people set out to dig up treasures in one of the coldest places in the world. Once they got there, the cold realities of the place made their hearts waver. But as they were about to depart, they heard strange sounds from beneath the ice that prompted them to dig. They dug for days, and then weeks with the disturbing sounds motivating them to do more. In the end, they thought the cold was getting into their heads and decided to just let go of their search. Suddenly, one of them noticed a movement underneath the ice, but only a few people took him seriously. While some left, many waited behind to continue digging until they found a capsule-like structure buried underneath the frozen landscape. The structure has no entrance, but still sounds echo from within. No one knew what it was, and in no time it was said to have vanished before it could get into the hands of the authorities. While many believed that this story wasn't true, some have said the structure belonged to the aliens who eventually took it away. As we continue to bring you more on the top 15 strangest discoveries in ice, let us know what you think about this story in the comments section. Number 5. Mysterious holes. In the frigid winters of 2016 and 2017, a vast hole appeared in the Antarctic sea ice, leaving scientists scratching their heads. This massive opening, named the Maud Rise Polynya, after the submerged mountain beneath it, covered an area more than twice the size of Wales. Unlike most polynyas, which come and go seasonally, the Maud Rise Polynya persisted for multiple winters, making it even more puzzling. Polynyas are openings in the sea ice that allow significant exchanges of heat and carbon dioxide countryside between the ocean and the atmosphere. While some form near coastlines due to wind patterns, the Maud-Rise Paulinia emerged in the open ocean, far from land, adding to the mystery. So, what caused this massive hole to form? A team of scientists set out to uncover the intricate chain of events behind this extraordinary phenomenon. They discovered that it all started with an intensification in the Weddell Sea's large-scale ocean circulation system, a powerful underwater whirlpool that caused warmer, saltier water to rise from the depths. This upwelling of warm, salty water altered the balance between freezing and melting at the surface. The turbulent currents around Maud-Rise played a critical role in transporting salt toward the summit of the mountain. The physics of wind-driven ocean currents, known as Ekman transport, also played a major part. This deflection propelled the salt concentrated around Maud-Rise towards its northern side, creating the opening within the sea ice. Professor Alberto Naveira Garabato, a co-author of the study, explained that Ekman transport was the essential missing ingredient needed to sustain the mixing of salt and heat towards the surface water. The Maud-Rise Paulinia is a perfect example of how dynamic and interconnected our planet's systems are, but it doesn't end there. Understanding these events is crucial to decoding broader changes in the Southern Ocean. Paulinas like Maud-Rise can leave lasting footprints on the ocean, influencing how water moves and distributes heat globally. Professor Sarah Gill noted that the dense waters formed here can spread across the global ocean, highlighting the far-reaching impact of these localized phenomena. The Maud-Rise Paulinia reminds us that even in the most remote and desolate corners of Earth, dynamic processes are at play, providing more knowledge of the delicate balances within polar environments and their potential global consequences. Number 4. A mysterious pyramid. Back in the frigid expanse of Antarctica's Ellsworth mountain range, a peculiar discovery had everyone talking. In 2016, satellite images revealed a massive pyramid-shaped peak measuring 2,000 meters in each direction at its base. Is it a lost civilization, an alien structure, or just a natural wonder? This mysterious formation had conspiracy theorists and internet sleuths buzzing with wild ideas. Considering that Antarctica is not a place for human activity, having a pyramid here is just as strange as having a cat in a chicken coop. Now you understand why the internet went into a frenzy after this discovery. Some suggested it was a relic from a pre-flood civilization, while others jokingly asked if penguins had secretly been building monuments. As you might expect, theories ranged from the Illuminati to ancient aliens. But before you get too deep into the rabbit hole, let's bring in some science. Geologists like Eric Rignot from the University of California were quick to explain. Rignot told CBS that this is not a pyramid, but a mountain that looks like a pyramid. It is a natural feature found in glaciated areas, and its shape forms when glaciers erode a mountain from multiple sides, creating a sharp, pointed peak. Dr. Mitch Darcy from the German Research Center for Geosciences chimed in, explaining that it's just a peak of rock, known as a nunatak, sticking out above the glacier. Similar pyramid-shaped peaks can be found around the world, like Mount Bulandstindur in Iceland and Bordojarnis Mountain in the Faroe Islands. So, while the Ellsworth Mountains pyramid is intriguing, it's not necessarily a sign of ancient civilizations or alien architects. This discovery is a perfect reminder of how our planet can create natural wonders that spark our imaginations. Number 3. Otzi, the Iceman. It's the 19th of September 1991, and two unsuspecting German tourists, Helmut and Erika Simon, are trekking through the Ötztal Alps, straddling the border of Austria and Italy. Suddenly, they stumble upon what they think is a recent mountaineering casualty, but oh boy, were they in for a shock. Meet Ötzi, Europe's oldest natural human mummy, dating back to between 3350 and 3105 BC. That's right, this guy's been chilling, literally, in the ice for over 5,000 years. But let's rewind a bit. Ötzi was found at an altitude of 3,210 meters near the Similon Mountain and the Tiesenjoch Pass. His discovery was nothing short of a frosty surprise. Now, extracting Ötzi wasn't a walk in the park. The initial attempt to retrieve him with ice axes and pneumatic drills had to be abandoned due to bad weather. Talk about a cold shoulder from Mother Nature. It wasn't until 22nd of September that the frozen mummy was finally freed from his icy tomb and transported to Innsbruck for examination. Archaeologist Konrad Spindler of the University of Innsbruck quickly realized they had unearthed something extraordinary, dating the find to at least 4,000 years old. But Ötzi was more than just an ancient icicle. He offered a window into the Copper Age, complete with an arrowhead on his left shoulder, suggesting a dramatic end to his life. Was it murder or a ritual sacrifice? The theories are as thick as the ice that preserved him. His belongings, including a copper axe, a cloak, and even some berries, paint a vivid picture of life in the Alps millennia ago. Today, Ötzi resides in the South Tyrol Museum of Archaeology in Bolzano, Italy, where visitors can marvel at this icy enigma. So next time you're in the Alps, keep your eyes peeled. You never know what ancient secrets might be hiding beneath the snow. Number 2. 25-million-year-old lake filled with life. You know the saying, life always finds a way. Well, we should add, even in unexpected places. This discovery takes us to the early 1960s when a Russian geographer and pilot first spotted something unusual from the sky, a smooth patch of ice. It was the first hint of what would become one of the world's largest subglacial lakes. But it wasn't until 1993 that scientists confirmed its existence using satellite radar. That's when the world started paying attention. The lake, later named Lake Vostok, is not just any lake. It's a colossal freshwater body, about 149 miles long and 31 miles wide, making it nearly as big as Lake Ontario in North America. Buried deep beneath the ice, it's a place where the sun's rays have never touched, and the atmosphere is a distant memory. Imagine, it's been sealed off for over 15 million years. Some even say it could be 25 million years old. Talk about an ancient mystery. To give you a sense of its isolation, the lake lies 4,000 meters below the Vostok station, where temperatures hover around -3 degrees Celsius. The pressure from the ice keeps it from freezing solid, creating an environment where life, if it exists, must be incredibly resilient. Now here's the twist. In the 1990s, scientists discovered microbes in the ice above the lake, hinting at life forms that have been isolated for hundreds of thousands of years. These extremophiles are like tiny superheroes, thriving in conditions we'd consider inhospitable. Recent studies even found DNA from species related to those in lakes, oceans, and even the digestive systems of fish. It's as if Lake Vostok is a microbial Noah's Ark, holding ancient life forms that could teach us about life's resilience on other planets. Lake Vostok is more than just a frozen mystery. It's a treasure trove of scientific potential. With every sample, we're one step closer to understanding the secrets of this hidden world. Who knows what other marvels lie beneath that icy veil? Number 1. The lost city of Dwarka. This ancient city, once home to the Hindu deity Krishna, holds secrets beneath the waves of the Arabian Sea. As per the legends, Dwarka was not just any city, but one established by Lord Krishna himself. According to the stories, Krishna asked Samudra, the ocean god, for 12 yojanas of land. Samudra agreed, and thus the land of Kushasthali was transformed into the magnificent city of Dwarka, also known as Dwaravati. This wasn't just any city, it was the Golden City, built with the help of divine architects. Krishna's presence turned Dwarka into a bustling hub of opulence and spirituality, attracting pilgrims from far and wide. Today, the present-day city of Dwarka, with its famous Dwarkadish temple, remains a vital pilgrimage site. But here's where it gets intriguing. After Krishna's demise, marking the end of the Dvapara Yuga and the beginning of the Kali Yuga, it is believed that Dwarka submerged into the Arabian Sea. Some scholars think this might be metaphorical, while others argue it was a literal submersion due to natural disasters like coastal erosion. Fast forward to modern times. The mystery of Dwarka has sparked numerous archaeological expeditions along the Indian coastline. These underwater adventures have uncovered submerged walls, pottery, sculptures, and artifacts, all pointing to a once thriving fortified city now claimed by the sea. Dwarka's tale, blending myth and history, continues to captivate us. Whether it's the divine architecture or the city's dramatic end, the lost city of Dwarka remains a testament to ancient India's rich heritage. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.